Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Now, yesterday, there was a baitak, there was a meeting of I.N.D.I.A Alliance. Incidentally, what came out of yesterday's meeting was that Mamta Banerjee and Arvind Kejriwal surprisingly nominated and seconded Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge as the prime ministerial face for I.N.D.I.A Alliance. Two questions. A, was there a great strategy behind nominating Mallikarjun Kharge as it is mentioned in the press? Two, does I.N.D.I.A Alliance actually stand a chance in 2024? Let's try and answer both the questions. Let's get right into the show. Now, a lot of political pundits say that, listen, you know what, this was a huge strategic game that Ms. Mamta Banerjee and Mr. Arvind Kejriwal played. Strategic game because एक बार Mallikarjun Kharge को nominate कर दिया. You nominate Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, so then Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi won't ask to be the prime ministerial candidate. So that way, they ensured that Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi is kept out of the prime ministerial candidate race. Now, you know what? Whatever little I understand, whatever little I have heard, whatever little I have spoken to people who matters within the I.N.D.I.A Alliance, let me tell you that Rahul Gandhi was never ever interested in the prime ministerial position. This is not the first time I am telling you this. I have told you this several times in the last 1 year. Personally, he was not interested in to be the prime ministerial candidate in 2024. This was a fact. So, if it was a strategic move to keep out Rahul Gandhi and all, I think no. Because if I know it, I'm sure Ms. Mamta Banerjee knows it and Mr. Arvind Kejriwal knows it too. So, a strategic move, na, it is all, I think it's unfounded. Why then Mallikarjun Kharge? Mallikarjun Kharge, I thought, was the most capable face and the most consensus candidate. Mallikarjun Kharge was the consensus candidate because he was the senior most in the panel. Of course, I'm keeping Sharad Pawar out, senior most in the I.N.D.I.A Alliance. Secondly, he has a rapport with almost every party. Thirdly, if it isn't Mallikarjun Kharge, then possibly one would have thought of Nitish Kumar, which I don't think a lot of people in that alliance would want. That is also a fact. So that too. So if at all somebody they wanted to keep out, it was Nitish Kumar rather than Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi. And the fact is because Mamta Banerjee nominated and Arvind Kejriwal seconded, it was clear that neither Mamta Banerjee nor Arvind Kejriwal is interested as prime ministerial candidate in 2024. So that is the logic. Okay, na? Okay. So let's keep that out. Now let's come to the big question. The big question is, does I.N.D.I.A Alliance stand a chance in 2024? Is there a competitive chance that they have in 2024, or I.N.D.I.A Alliance is just going to be there as a formality and it's a cakewalk for BJP and N.D.A. My answer to that, as on now, as on today, Bharatiya Janata Party and N.D.A has an advantage for 2024 elections. As on today, they have an advantage. And the reason I say this is not because they won 3 states. I'm not saying this because they won 3 states. The day they won 3 states, the next very day I said that, there is a good chance that nothing is over yet. Nothing is over till it's over. So, I'm not saying because they won 3 states. Of course, they won 3 states, they are very motivated. That's a different issue, but it's not because of the 3 states. The reason is that I.N.D.I.A Alliance does not have a consumer offer. It doesn't have an offer for you. You see, Pepsi cannot sell their product saying that Coke is bad. Just by saying every day morning, Coke is bad, Coke is bad, Coke is bad, Coke is bad. That is not the reason why you would buy Pepsi. Pepsi has to say why they are better. That's the reason you will buy Pepsi. And now juxtapose the same situation to what's happening in India. Modi is bad, Modi is bad. Modi is bad, Modi is bad. Modi is bad, Modi is bad. If one goes on saying Modi is bad, that doesn't mean India Alliance is good. India Alliance doesn't have a big idea. India Alliance has nothing to offer you. There is absolutely nothing that India Alliance is offering you except for saying that Modi is bad. Now another thing is that there are three questions that still remains when you say Modi is bad. A, it is not necessary that the entire country shares the feeling that Modi is not good. A lot of people in this country believes that Modi is good and he is working. You have to convince that people that Modi is not. I can do better. That is number one. Number two, there are a lot of fence-sitters who says Modi nahi to kaun? Who, if not Modi? You have to convince that. It is a large number of percentage, which is, according to some psephologists, around 17% of voters who are right in the middle, who says Modi nahi to kaun? If somebody better, I would want to vote. So those people, and finally even your voters. Who are you dependent on today? You are dependent on people who dislike Modi. That's your only consumer base. If you talk in marketing language, you are dependent on only people who dislike Modi. That's your consumer base. And that's the people who you are hoping will vote for you and you will win the election. That will not happen. You need that 17% who is sitting in the fence, and you need some people who are with Modi today. Then you are in the race. And then possibly you can also topple the market leader. What am I talking about? I am talking about actually consumer insight. You see, when a brand, especially a number 2 brand, is competing against the number 1 brand, what they normally do is they focus on finding a consumer insight that can help them consolidate their market. I'll give you a small example. Once upon a time, there was this brand called I.N.D.I.A. I.N.D.I.A was a huge brand. In fact, it was almost a reference brand. So, ooh, ah, ouch, anywhere, any pain, sprain, anything, I.N.D.I.A malo or kaam pe chalo. This was their line. And what a beautiful line, and what a beautiful brand. Came a product called Move. More or less, it was another form of I.N.D.I.A. But somewhere down the line, Move had to differentiate itself. Move had to offer something to the consumers which I.N.D.I.A doesn't. What will Move offer then? Move went into something called as consumer insight. And when they went into consumer insight, they found that, listen, ये ouch का problem है, sprain, swelling, pain, all of this, the maximum of it happens in your back. Backache is the bulk, almost 60% if I am not mistaken. 60% of your aches are backaches, and it normally are with women. Women are your target audience, and backache is the dominating ache that a normal consumer has. So while I.N.D.I.A went on to say, ooh, ah, ouch, wherever ache, wherever sprain, put I.N.D.I.A. Move said, it is for your backache. And they directed that entire campaign towards a woman, a young woman, a homemaker, and backache. So they took the core segment of the audience, they gave an offer, they gave a product which says that बाकी सब हुआ ouch हम लोग को मालूम नहीं, पर backache solve करके देगा. And rest was history. The reason I am giving you this example is because to take on the market leader, you need to have a clear differentiator, which I have been saying. You need to have a clear big idea. A big idea that attracts your consumer. You see, according to a report, India's direct tax collection increased by 17.95% in the year 2023 to rupees 11.07 lakh crores. income tax collected in India is 11.07 lakh crores. Can the India Alliance go out and say that we will abolish income tax in India? Direct taxes, we will abolish in India. What does in 2023? We abolish income tax. लगान बंद कर देंगे, नहीं लेंगे लगान. Can they say that? Because 11.07 lakh, my apologies, 11.07 lakh. There are a lot of other ways to collect it. If they make their corporations more effective, they can collect this amount. Can this government stick their neck out, or can this India Alliance stick their neck out and say that we will abolish income tax? So then you have the offer of abolish income tax versus a Modi. Now you have a competition. Can you say that every person who's got a household income which is lesser than 5 lakhs, I will abolish all your personal loans and your housing loans? बड़े-बड़े लोगों का loan, you have haircuts, no? Lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of crores of haircuts. In fact, out of every 100 rupees of claim admitted, the bank took an haircut of 69 rupees. This is August 24, 2022 report. Out of every 100 rupees, 69 rupees haircut the bank took. Who is this 100 rupees? This is for large corporates. 49,000 crores, 50,000 crores. You give them haircuts. A poor man, his scooter, when he doesn't pay 2 EMIs, the people come in his society, humiliate him and take his scooter out. Can India Alliance stand for that person whose scooter is being taken and say no? All this while, the rich and the famous were given haircuts. This time, I am going to give a common Indian haircut. Reduce. Help him with his housing loan. Help him with his personal loan, which he has taken. He has taken it because he is desperate. He couldn't survive. He had no other option. Help him with that. All this while, you gave big people haircuts. This time around, try giving it to a common man. And then say, we are India Alliance. The common man's haircut versus Modi. That is a competition. Abolish all taxes on hardcore women product. Right from sanitary napkins to even basic cosmetics. Abolish all products. Let women in India not pay GST. At least for their personal products. Let them not pay GST. Women versus Narendra Modi. You have an offer to make. Make an offer that is bigger than the candidature, than the face of the prime ministerial candidate that you are going to pose. Make an offer which is bigger than them. You go and buy Pepsi. Do you know who the chairman of Pepsi is? You go and buy Nike shoes. Do you know who the chairman of Nike shoes is? Still you go and buy Nike. No, because you're buying the offer. You're not buying the chairman of Nike, are you? If India can have an offer which is bigger than the candidature, the prime ministerial candidate's face, you have a competition against Mr. Narendra Modi. That's how you design a big idea. I'm not saying these are things you can do. I have not done research. That's not my job. And I don't want to do it. But what I'm trying to say is these are all these years which I have been talking to you. These were stories that I have been talking to you about. I've been talking to you about, I've done some 100 editorials on haircuts. I've done some 100 editorials on how people were pulled out of the road and their scooters were taken away. I've done hundreds of editorials. I've done hundreds of editorials on how rich, super rich people were given 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 crores of haircuts. I've done editorials on all that. So I'm basing my big ideas on my editorials, whatever I've done in front of you. And that's what my idea is. But the point is, if there is a big idea versus Mr. Narendra Modi, the chances are that you have a strong fight, regardless who the prime ministerial candidate is. That's the point I wanted to make tonight. Till I see you next time. That is day after tomorrow at 10 p.m. That's one. And secondly, finally, like always, please do subscribe to us. Please download our app. We have a brilliant app. It helps us to reach you, and also it helps us financially if you download those apps. The app is free. Please download the app. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.